No Limit Soldiers versus Cash Money Records. Come on, man. No Limit, they brought the heat. You should already know Cash Money's about that stunning, they're all about the flashy, the diamonds and all that good stuff. But No Limit, they keep you marching, son. I mean, listen, Master P had me marching every single day. No Limit Soldier, homie. No Limit Soldier. What? No Limit Soldier. Welcome. #TheVersaShow is part of an entertainment podcast that exercises our freedom of speech. Our conversations, opinions, debate on a certain topic is not to offend anyone in any source. For that being said, enjoy the show. Gentlemen, what is happening? And welcome to another spectacular episode here on #TheVersaShow. And of course, I am your host, the one that you have vote, the GOAT, the Versa. Yeah. You guys make sure that you do these three things. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and you press that bell at the same time. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to hold you up here on #TheVersaShow. Trust me on that. This probably going to be the first episode ever that I might just do a nice, good, calm, smooth episode here on #TheVersaShow. But you know what? I don't know. At first I was like, the motivation wasn't kicking in. But I kept myself motivated for some way, somehow. And to be honest with you, to tell you the truth, the heater in my room, like the coil burst, you know what I'm saying? And thank God, if I didn't catch it on time, crib would have been in flames, you know what I'm saying? Channel 12 News and Fox News and NBC, BET, all that, they would be all up in that whole situation. But luckily, the house wasn't burnt down, you know what I'm saying? But the heater blew out. So today I have another heater coming in, so, let's just see how that goes. So I'm doing the show because it's cold in my bedroom, but other than that, once the heater drops in later on today here on where we at, November 7th? So, hey, see what happens. But I'm here, have no fear, grab a beer, say cheers, because the Versa has now appeared. But anyway, there's a lot to talk about, a lot for me to catch up. And I know I'm so late on a lot of things, and I said once again, this is not going to be one of the long episodes for you guys. You feel me? It's just going to be a nice, good, short, clean cut episode. But, I guess we're going to get to the Diddy situation. We're going to get to the Chancey Billups and the gambling situation. And what else also should have blown up? The No Limit versus the Cash Money. That was dope. Shout out to No Limit and Cash Money at the Versus battle. That was fire. So, just a few things to catch up on, And I also got backlash about the whole Cardi B situation. But to be honest with you, I really don't even give a fuck what people be saying about what is my belief. But anyway, let's go ahead. Let's just go start the show off, all right? Anyway. How's everyone doing, man? Hope everybody's doing cool. Everybody's doing swell, you know what I mean? You already know. I got to go ahead and get my instrumental on because you guys already got your beat going. I have my beat going. So let's go ahead and see what we got here. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and let's just start with... Wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute. Before we even start, I ain't even got my instrumental on yet. See, that's the thing, too, when it comes to certain, getting shit ready. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Hold on. I got y'all. But anyway, I could multitask. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into some news talk, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into some news talk. Anyway, news talk. Let's just start off with Diddy. Listen. First of all, I just want to get things correct. When I said on the last episode that if once Diddy's sentencing happens, I'm gonna do like a whole full-blown hour episode of the whole situation. I lied. I'm not gonna do a whole hour situation with Diddy. Like I said, well, I'm still over here trying to get this shit right, and I'm so unprepared with this. I'm so sorry, y'all. This is anyway. But at the same time, with Diddy, can't even fucking. Here we go. There we go. That's what we got here. Trying to see what got some good, dope ass beats here. All right, bet. So, like I was saying, my apologies. So, with the whole Diddy situation, he gets 50 months in jail. In prison. 50 months in prison. He's doing his prison sentencing as we speak, and supposedly that's he's going to serve 3 years and some change. Because he did a year in jail. So that's what good behavior. Not good behavior, but excuse me. That's like a. I guess it's like a you get a time served and a half. So it's like a day and a half. If you spend time in jail. So he's going to spend only like 3 years and some change in jail, then he'll be out like 29, he'll be out. And then they're talking about Donald Trump might go ahead and just, pardon him, so let's just see what happens, And then that's another thing too, Donald Trump, he's under fire as well too. A lot of people is talking some crazy shit about Donald Trump, but hey, listen, I'm going to keep my sorrows to myself when it comes to that man. How do I feel about Donald Trump doing at his presidency? Starting to show as he was the 45th president, to tell you the truth. And we only still have like 3 years, almost about 3 years with that man left. So, hey, the United States voted for him. So, womp, enjoy. But other than that, but yeah, so a lot of victims from Diddy's side are still scared. Cassie sent out a note to the judge saying that he should still be behind bars. 50 months is not good enough. So look, hey, he was only he had 5 charges and he only had 2 that he was guilty out of. And out of those 3 charges, he was not guilty. So, and those 3 charges, that he was found not guilty on, those were the major charges. You know what I'm saying? The major ones. And he beat those. So, he only has 3 calendars left. And now my question is, what is Diddy going to do when he comes out of jail? That's my question is, is he going to be like, doom, doom, coming, doom, doom, yeah, who's hot, who's not? How Diddy's going to present that? I don't know. I don't mean to make any jokes about it, but hey. So, hey, Diddy, do your sentence. And the TMZ showed that he has some smiles on his face, you know what I mean? But, like, hey, my whole thing is just anybody who's watching this, don't do no crimes, okay? Don't do any sorts of crime, all right? Just stay in your lane, just trying to be successful because out here is a free world. Yes, government sometimes could be harsh. They could be harsh. They could be rough sometimes. But at the meanwhile, just trying to live your life the best as you can. Don't try to live in one spot, or if you have to be transferred to another spot, it's going to be even more worse. So just stick to where you at. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy life from where you are at. All right? Meaningful words. All right? So, anyway, I also want to I need to jump ship on this one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get into some music talk. Listen, now we all heard it had about millions of views, and I'm definitely gonna get my critique on the whole crowd out there in Las Vegas because I was disappointed. I thought it was in New Orleans, and I'm like, I know this is not the crowd in New Orleans. Like, nah. This is definitely a different generation. No way this is the crowd of New Orleans. Come to find out, it was a crowd in Las Vegas. I'm like, Vegas is starting to actually become like a economic formation into this country. What I mean by that is like, it's more than just like to get your excitement. It's to pay to see more of the thrill. You know what I mean? if that makes sense to most people. Like, it just come more of an economic main attraction than it is as a main attraction just to go see Vegas. People want to see Vegas, you know, from the casinos, and you got the shows, and you got the hotel stays, and now you got these big venues. Even that little bubble that they have, I mean, it looks pretty dope. But I wonder how much the ticket costs. I bet your tickets are like $200 to get into that bitch. But anyway, so when I found out that the No Limit versus the Cash Money Records was at Las Vegas, I was like, man, the crowd wasn't amped. But anyway, let's get to the show. So Cash Money starts off, Manny Fresh, he brings that Juvenile. Juvenile performs 400 Degrees, and you know, you cannot fuck with me. I thought that was pretty dope. And then No Limit comes out, you know, yeah, we're the No Limit Soldiers. Yeah, we're the No Limit Soldiers. We were the No Limit Soldiers. Now, if you ask me who won that versus battle, hands down, I have to say it was No Limit Soldier. That No Limit Soldier tore up that stage, yo. I'm telling you. Now, listen, Cash Money, you know, I, as a youngin', and I'm talking about when I was probably like 11, 12, I grew up listening to these guys. Maybe younger than that, maybe like 9 or 10. Because, you know, shout out to Hardcore in North Carolina. He will always grab these, you know, these Southern music, like the P.D. Pablos and at the time, you know, Shorty Low. And then he would have, you know, mystical albums. And then he would have Master P. Then it was C. Miller, not C. Murder at the time. C. Miller, before C. Murder. And like, I was like, man, who are these guys? And then I remember Juvenile, 400 Degrees. I remember Lil Wayne, 500 Degrees. And I was like, man, yo, who are these guys? Manny Fresh and Birdman, Stay Flying. And I was like, man, like, okay. And I was always a huge fan of No Limit, because even with Little Romeo, when he came out, you know, yeah, this definitely, I was like about 8, 9, 10. You know, when Little Romeo came out, I was like, yo, Little Romeo's pretty dope. You know, that's the Little Bow Wow versus the Little Romeo, you know what I mean? And I was like, okay, yeah, this is pretty fire. But, and also too, in Mama Mia X. So when she even came out, I was like, oh, okay. And rest in peace to Gangsta Boo too. Rest in peace to Gangsta Boo. So, yo, like, it was dope, the show. I felt like, yo, No Limit, I mean, like, you know, Master P over there, you know, marching, man, still marching for the No Limit. Birdman acting like he about to fall asleep, like, but, you know, no disrespect to Birdman. Birdman, he's one of the greatest entrepreneurs, one of the greatest hip-hop moguls. You know, one thing I would say, you know, and listen, and Birdman, I put respect on your name, all right? Now, with Birdman, I would say with him is that he done something that is musically is amazing. And that is like, you know, when most hip hop owners, they get so caught up with their ego, they start being behind bars and start asking for money, or they go bankrupt. Birdman, he still kept it consistent, you know, with artists and new artists and bringing in opportunists. So, I mean, he is the opportunist, you know, giving opportunities. So, hey, one thing I say with Birdman, yo, as a hip hop owner, you know, with Cash Money Records, he does his thing. And he does deserve major flowers for what he's done in the music industry. So, you know, big shout outs to Birdman. And I put it on Miss Gladys. She did a great job. Gave birth to a hip hop statue. You know, Birdman, if you know, and there's a lot of hip hop statues like Biggie and Pac and, you know, Rakim and Big Daddy Kane and KRS-Ones and the Method Mans and the Redmans and the Eminems and Jay-Z's and the Nas. I could go on and on. But 100% Birdman, sure, he deserves a statue of hip hop, hands down. Like, he deserves it. 100%. Now let's talk about Mr. Master P. You know what I'm saying? Na. Yo, Master P. I mean, he's still marching like he's still a youngin'. The only thing that I was sad about was that C Murder wasn't on the stage. You know, I wish C Murder was on the stage, and Mystical, because I was like, why Mystical ain't on there? Ain't he part of No Limit? I know he's part of No Limit. And I forgot he's locked up, you know, so it's like, damn, man. I just wish the government would have been like, all right, listen, we let you just go out for this event, but then you have to go back to jail. Sorry. That would have been nice, man, to see C Murder and Mystical out there performing. You know, I was bumping to C Murder. I mean, not C Murder. I was too down for my niggas, but Mystical, you know, the man right here. The man right here. It's the man right here. No, the fucking around the form of the people that want my damn self. Here I go. Yo, Mystical. I mean, yo, damn, man. I wish he was on that stage, man. Yo, he would have really made that whole shit pop. You know what I mean? Even if so, like, what point would have made? Really, the crowd was dead. Also, too, I need to put this out there as well, too. Rest in peace to Young Bleed, man. Rest in peace to Young Bleed. I was bumping to the song, and yeah, who that? To the nigga, to that. Nigga, blew that. Yo, that dude. Huh? Give a what? Huh? Give a fuck, nigga, what? Yo, rest in peace to Young Bleed, man. That was crazy. He was on the stage performing, and then, you know, passed away, man. You know, so, you know, rest in peace to Young Bleed, you know. But it was dope to see Romeo on stage, and everybody's questioning, like, you know, oh, well, Lil Wayne wasn't on stage. Listen, he don't really mess with Cash Money like that anymore. I'm sorry to say. I mean, if you know the history upon Cash Money, will Wayne get some of that cash? And Wayne is the biggest star out of all of them. No disrespect to Juvenile, BG, Manny Fresh, Birdman. Who else? I'm missing somebody in there. Oh, and then yeah, Turk. Turk wasn't. Of course, Birdman had to say some shit about Turk, and then Turk was like, "Hey, I ain't got no problem with you, babe, but you know." Okay, so let me clarify that for the people, because I had people DM me where I was like, "What you thought about Birdman saying about Turk?" Because he was on a good roll, and then he started talking about Turk and start dissing him. Y'all gotta understand. Cash Money is going to be Cash Money, regardless. You know, Birdman's going to be Birdman, regardless. You know, I mean, for him, it might be personal, but when it comes to business, he still has to have some personality in it. So, hey, Birdman. But at the same time, I like Turk's response as well, too. Like, you know, he's like, hey, man, look, I ain't trying to hate. I ain't trying to beef on you, Birdman, but, you know, all success to you. And that's what pretty much Turk was saying, I guess. So, hey, you know. But anyway, like I said, I think No Limit, they took home the trophy with this one. They just came out with bangers. You know, even Birdman was like, yo, listen, I started this stunner shit. I came up with the jewelry. I came up with the diamonds in the teeth. I came up with the tattoos on my face. I started this stunner shit. And then boom, 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 boom. You know, in that stunner song, number one stunner. And then Master P was like, yeah, you came up with that stunner shit. You know I started that stunner shit, nigga. Yeah, you started that stunner shit, but who started that about it in the West Coast? Wee, wee. And I was like, oh, that's it. He just shut down Cash Money with that song, yo. And then I think they played a Millie after that, which I was like, to me, that was just like, I'll play the fuck whatever. You know, play a Millie. They could have played What was one song I was like, instead of a Millie, they could have played something else instead of a Millie. Man, I can't really remember at this moment. But they picked a Millie, so I mean, hey. And I know why, because most people was like, that was strange that they picked a Millie. They picked a Millie because that was one of their hit songs. You know, that song got them a Grammy. So, of course, and Lollipop as well, too. Lollipop got them a Grammy as well, too. I think that was a song they should have played, I guess, or something else. They could have played something than just other Wayne song. You know, I mean, they played "The Block Is Hot." I think no, was it? I think did it play "The Block Is Hot" or something? I don't know, but anyway, but hey. Cash Money, they did their thing, but No Limit shut them down. You know, the No Limit Soldiers. We were the No Limit Soldiers. The who, the No Limit Soldiers. Yo, No Limit, man. They did their thing, yo. All right, so let's go ahead and switch some gears, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and get into some. Yeah, we're not gonna get to that. Excuse me. Let's get into some sports talk, ladies and gentlemen, some sports talk. As you see right here, the new gear wear by, I don't know. Listen, I customized this, all right? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, greatness, 23. So I can explain to the most people, the 23 on here means the year of the podcast, 2023. It's the greatness I wear across my chest every single time, all day, every day. And then if you can see here from the back side right here too, pause. You already know who it is, you know what I'm saying? This guy, always and forever. And that 214 stands for the birthday of the Versa. So, you already know, you know what I mean? So, yeah, so, anyway, shout out to the Los Angeles Dodgers for winning back-to-back World Series. Oh, let me get my shit straight. Okay. All right. Anyway, the Los Angeles Dodgers has won back-to-back World Series on 2024-2025. They have beaten the Blue Jays in Game 7 from 5-0. One hell of a World Series between the two. So shout out to both teams, man. I didn't even realize that the Blue Jays hasn't won a World Series since 1993, my year. So that's crazy. Wow. So that would have been 32 years. Hot damn. 32 years. Now it's going to be 33 years now for the Blue Jays. You know, that's if they go to another World Series. But yeah, man, it should have been the Yankees, man. It should have been Yankees and Dodgers again. We should have ran it back and then we would have whooped their asses. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, New York, and I said it too on one of my Instagrams. When it comes to the Yankees, when it comes to the Mets, when it comes to the Jets, when it comes to the Knicks, when it comes to the Giants, when it comes to the Jets, I think I said the Jets or the Nets, I don't give a fuck what I said, the Bills, when it comes to the Islanders, when it comes to the Rangers, I mean, it's like we just can't do it. Why? And then shout out to my man Stevens too, man. He's a great dude. Shout out to my man Stevens. But he's like, yo, we got the New York Liberties. They won the WNBA championship. Like, who was there? Who was there? Shout out to them. Hell, I mean, if anything, they look at the men. It's like, listen, if you can't get it done, then we would get it done. But still, at the same time, it's like, when all these major men sports is going to win the championships in New York, I mean, my God, I don't even think even Syracuse has even won an NCAA championship. I mean, can New York just win a championship besides the WNBA? Okay, I mean, unless people is really investing into the WNBA, then fine, and win as much championship as you can. But in the meanwhile, we need to get them Giants, them Jets, them Nets, them Knicks, those Yankees, those Mets, those Rangers, those Islanders. We need to get those bad boys into the championship caliber, those Bills. If I'm missing any other New York team, you let me know. Even from the MLS, we need to get those New York teams some championships ASAP. ASAP. Tired of this, man. And I didn't even realize that Los Angeles just had the parade. I'm like, because normally parades would take like 4 or 5 days. You know what I'm saying? They just won the World Series, and then like the next day, they're already parading. I'm like, well, damn, just give it some time first. But they deserve it, you know. Shout out to the Los Angeles Dodgers. On the side, I'm kind of happy that they won. Congratulations to them. And even though I'm wearing the colors of the Mets, I'm a Yankee guy. It's tattooed on me. It's tattooed on me. You know what I'm saying? But still, at the same time, I just want any New York teams to win. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, from the NBA, and this is off my mind. This is not, I'm not searching nothing up, which I will. I should have a laptop right here to search things up and whatnot. But anyway, I believe that the Thunder is undefeated still. I'm not too sure, but they're on a hot streak. I know they are the number 1 seed, and I believe the Philadelphia 76ers are the number 1 seed. I think they are. I don't know. But right now, I know my Knicks, they're a little wishy-wash right now. All right. I just want my New York teams to win. That's only it. But anyway, the Lakers are doing pretty well. Now, let's get into this whole scandal, okay, with this whole gamble scandal, all right? So Chauncey Billups and there's 3 other players. I'm not going to say the names off rip because I don't know the names off rip. Just Chauncey Billups because he is the former NBA championship player that was with the Detroit Pistons in 2004. And they also went in 2005 against the San Antonio Spurs, and they lost. So, but still, he also won a championship, if I'm not mistaken, with the Boston Celtics as well. Was it? Oh, no, that's Sam Cassell. I'm sorry, I'm getting the two mixed up with Sam Cassell. But I think he did one of the championship, Chauncey Billups, with another team. I just got to search it up again. But I know he won 2004 with the Detroit Pistons. That I do know for sure. Against the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, he's up for a gamble scandal where it's like, he will have his top star in the 4th, and then it'd be like 10 minutes left in the game. He have his top star, and then when it comes to 9 minutes left in the game in the 4th, he'll take his top star out, and then the opponent team, kind of starts catching up and starts winning, and then now whoever Chauncey Billups is with doing these schemes, they're making a profit because their bet was on the other opponent, because they want the Trailblazers to lose, just so they can make a profit off the other team. And then there was another scandal of the poker scandal where there would be like the house, and they will x-ray your cards so they know what you got on the dealer table. And then from there, it's like, you're gonna lose your hand regardless, because the other person knows what kind of cards you have. So it's just insane when I hear about this. I'm like, my thing with Chauncey Billups is this: if he wasn't forced to be in this and he starts telling, then I'm like, all right, I can understand that. But if Chauncey Billups shook hands with these guys and said, yeah, we're gonna make money, we're gonna make a profit, then to me it's shame on Chauncey Billups, because my man, you're making millions of dollars just being a coach, and you could potentially win a championship with the Trailblazers as head coach. But look at this. Look at you. It's all over the place with this. And what's crazy, this kind of reminds me of the referee. I forgot his name, the referee. And I watched the documentary too. But this was in the 2000s when the referee was doing scandals with the players and stuff. He would call all these bullshit fouls with Rasheed Wallace, right? Rasheed Wallace could play correct defense, but then the ref would just give him a foul. Because it's it's, as Shaq would say, foul shaving. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much that they would just say, okay, let's just cut him out the game so this team could win and we could get the biddings. And later, that caught up with the referee. So to me, it's kind of similar to that Chauncey Billups and that referee. That was during the my brain is fried right now. Only give me a second. It was because we got Adam Silver right now as commissioner, David Stern. That happened underneath David Stern's umbrella, the referee scandal. This is underneath Adam Silver's umbrella. So my question is to Adam Silver is, what are you going to do now? Since there are scandals that's going on in the NBA. Dana White, he felt like there was a scandal going on in the UFC. He put out an FBI investigation. So he's making sure that he's going to make his company safe. Yeah, we got FanDuel and Prize Picks and all that, whatnot. But I'm talking about, like, you know, this actual people out there scanning and making all this money on some bullshit. So when it comes to the NFL and the NHL, the MLS, boxing committees, even the boxing committee we're going to talk about too, y'all better go ahead and set your investigations up. Because there's some motherfuckers out here scamming y'all. I'm saying. Now, continuing on sports talk, I need to talk about this since talking about boxing, okay? It was supposed to be Gervonta Davis taking on Jake Paul. And I was so invested into that fight. This is probably going to be like the first pay-per-view fight that I brought since the Mayweather versus Pacquiao fight. And all of a sudden, it was canceled. We getting bad news from left to right. If it isn't Grand Theft Auto 6 going from May 26th on Dre Day, as I should say, now it's November 19th, 2026. Now I'm getting a fight that I really wanted to see, and now that's canceled. I wonder if the Floyd Mayweather and Tyson fight is still going to happen, because by the time we get to that fight, that might be canceled as well. But anyway, so that fight was canceled. All due because Gervonta Davis, his whole shenanigans. My man, what is going on with these great athletes? I don't understand. When even I just read Antonio Brown had a mugshot because of, what was it, a battery assault or something like that. Like, all these great players are ruining themselves. You're making all this money to the point it's like, yo, I wish I would have had some of that money. You feel me? But it's like you guys got all this money and ruining it. Hey, to each his own, I guess, right? Fuck it. I mean, hey, I ain't the one that really complaining. You know, that's not my money. If I had that money, man, I'm staying indoors. I'm telling you, nobody is really going to find me elsewhere. You're not going to find me outside. Trust me. Trust me on that. It's all about building money and just staying low key, period. But anyway, that fight is out. He's supposed to, I think, who's supposed to replace him? I can't remember his name, but he fought Gervonta Davis, got his ass whooped, and he just fought Ryan Garcia. So I forgot that kid's name. He think he's the best right now, but let's see what happens. But supposedly he's gonna fight Jake Paul. So let's just see what happens there. But I really want to see Gervonta Davis, man. My money was on Gervonta. He was gonna knock his ass out. And people talking about Floyd Mayweather might considering fighting on Terrence Crawford. So let's see what happens. But man, I really want to see that fight. That, you know, once that fight got canceled, I was like, damn, man, like whatever. If it, you know, WrestleMania going from Vegas again to Saudi Arabia, to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, to, you know, Grand Theft Auto 6 from May 26th. Now they announced that it's going to be November 19th of 2026. And I understand, because they really want to take their time on this game, because the graphics and, you know, even one person on the comment made some sense, because there was like, I'll wait. The patience is worth it. Red Dead Redemption 2 is by far one of their detailed top games in Rockstar history. And I'm like, dude, that is true. So I'll wait. But Rockstar, you got to stop with this whole, it's going to be on May 26th. Well, guys, we're going to have to postpone. It's going to be on May 19th. Guys, we're going to have to postpone. It's going to be on January 12th, 2027. Guys, you have to postpone. It's going to be on March 13th, 2027. Like, just stick to the date. Seriously. You know, there's a quote that once said, when Steve Jobs create his inventions, he doesn't announce it first and then present it to the world. they say it, I mean, they do it in the dark. They do it in the dark, and they show it in the light when it's ready. So that's when you know when the iPhone 17 is coming out that day, because they already probably have it tested out like 2 years ago, and it was like, okay, this looks pretty good. Now let's announce it that it's gonna come out on May 15th, and then boom, May 15th, boom, iPhone comes out. When Grand Theft Auto 6, they always got people on their toes. It's like, oh my God, we're waiting. Oh, it's May 26th, we're almost there. And then it's like, damn it. When would I ever enjoy the game? So I just want to point that out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that hurt when I saw that. I thought it was fake. Like, yeah, somebody just photoshopped this and made this up. Then I was like, nah, this is some serious shit. Like, daylight. Done November 19th. So just stick to your guns, damn it. Stick to your guns. All right, anyway, I'm going to get into some vibe talk. Let's get into some vibe talk real quickly, because I was getting a little backlash on what I was saying about Cardi B, her being pregnant. Versa, sound like you hating, like let the woman be, let her be happy and stuff. Listen, I'm just gonna say this real fast and real quickly, okay? I don't give a fuck what you guys are fucking saying about my critique on Cardi B. I feel like her as a married woman, regardless if she's separated from Offset, she is still married, contractually married to Offset. They didn't have a full-blown divorce. That's why that, and I want to correct myself on the last episode. I said Terrence Diggs is Stefan Diggs. Even though Stefan Diggs is Cardi B's boyfriend, and the boyfriends are girlfriends, them two, still, Cardi B should know better in her common sense minds, if she had some common sense, to protect yourself until the whole divorce is over. Then you can have as many babies you want. You can have 5, 6, 8 baby daddies. I don't give a shit. My thing is that what's the point getting married? What's the sense of paying money, getting married, and you can still have an outside family while still being married? Yes, I know she's still separated. I get that. But you are contractually married, not divorced. You're still married. That's still your husband. And when we separated, no, but that's still your husband. If you're not fully divorced, that's not your ex-husband. That's like being in a relationship with a boyfriend and you guys are off and on, and then on Facebook you put it as complicated. That's still your nigga, but there's times he ain't your nigga. Like, Offset is your husband, but when you feel separated, he ain't your husband. But he's your husband until you guys get that divorce. Then he becomes your ex-husband. Then you can marry Stefan Diggs. You can have another baby by Stefan Diggs. You can have a baby by Stefan Diggs' brother, Terrence Diggs, if he has a brother named Terrence Diggs. But my whole thing, again, just to clarify for all the people, is that if you're married and you have an outside family, it's just, to me, I'm not with that. I don't stand by that. Now, if you're married and you want to have your little situations, I've always said it, protect yourself. Just go ahead and protect yourself. Strap up. But if you're married and you have a baby by another man or another woman, you crossing a line. Adultery to the fullest. And that should be a punishment. Should be punished. But I'm just saying, okay, in reality speak, what's the sense of being married if we're obligated to have outside family? Yes, of course we could definitely do that with our eyes closed, but I'm just saying, it's like, if there's rules and regulations and limitations, then what's the point? What's the point? That's all I'm saying. What's the point? What's the point? I just feel like Cardi B and Offset should have a full-blown divorce. Now, I don't know if the divorce was finalized because Offset said that he would not be divorced again, but at the same time, I still feel like, hey, shouldn't have done that. My situation is like, look, I'm in a situation, okay? But I'm not gonna have an outside family with the woman while I'm in a situation, okay? That's a no-no. Now, if my situation, if she has another baby by somebody else and has an outside relationship, an outside family with somebody else, then if there's a penalty clause that I could hit her with, then hey, listen, there's a penalty. Gotta get hit with it. Because if I committed something that I was wrong off of, then I gotta get hit with the penalty. Same thing that goes for you. It's like it was sports, right? If you cause a foul, some refs does let it go, but when a ref does his job, like a policeman does his job, then hey, I'm giving you that foul. I'm giving you that ticket. So I'm just saying. Even with Cardi B, in the sense of like, she's over here, like she's fighting a case the time that she threw the mic at the fan, so she's being sued, and I think the person won that lawsuit. She's over here signing autographs, and somebody says something, and she throws the pen at the person, and I'm like, Cardi B, see, that's what she needs, a person like me, because I'd be like, yo, stop. That motherfucker's gonna sue you now. By the time that you're done, you're gonna be paying all your lawyers, paying all these people that's suing you. You'll be making another album till another album. And you're gonna have to work 3 times as hard to make your money back. Stop. Ignore these people. That's one thing I like about wrestling. Most people be talking about it's fake. It's predetermined. Let me tell you something about wrestling, right? Like, there's certain people that the fans, right? They would, I hate you. You suck. You can't wrestle. And what does the wrestler do most of the time? They just walk right by them. They don't pay no mind to them. They just walk right past them. You don't mean anything to me. I'm the world champion, or I'm the champion, or I'm the greatest, or I'm the man. Who are you? Who are you? And they just walk right by them. They don't mean a damn thing. So Cardi B she's a character. She's not going by her actual last name. I don't even think that's her first name. Cardi, I don't even think that's her first name. So she's going by a character. And as a character, just be known as a character. Don't let these people show you like, oh, look, she is real. See, I told you guys she's real. And what I mean by real, like, they're like, oh, I'm the realest. No, like, they calling you out by like your actual personality, like who you really are. I don't know your last name. I don't know your real name, but pretty much they're exposing that. Be Cardi B. Be that one that's like, hey, listen, I'm about my music. I'm about my product. I'm about my production. And whatever you got to say, cool, man. Whatever. You think that girl was right for suing me and I was wrong? Okay. All right, cool. Nice. Cool. And I said, Cardi B, just walk away and then make a song about it. That's it. Make your money. Because apparently, it seems like to me, everybody out here trying to get your money. Have you not noticed that? I mean, am I the only motherfucker that noticed that? Make your money. And ignore these motherfuckers. Ignore them. Anyway, so I just want to clear that up for the people, because I had people that, oh, you hating it. Woo, 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 woo. I'm not hating, all right? I'm just telling you how it is, all right? That's like, for instance, that's like if you kill a person and that person goes to jail and spend prison time, and then his friend kills somebody and then goes, oh, well, he's good to go. Yeah, he might kill more people than the other one, but, he's good to go. You're free to go. Would you not say that's unfair? Would you not say that's not right? If so, then it's a free world. Free will. Why not, right? No, it doesn't work like that. If there's rules, then we gotta fucking go by the rules. You know, we got Father God by the rules. Yes, I know we got a president that don't, but still at the same time, still got to follow by the rules. Okay, so we could keep us out of trouble. Damn it. All right. And that's what I'm saying with Cardi B. She just keep putting herself in trouble, and I'm the one that's like, stop putting yourself in trouble. And if she want to bash me, and she ever gets word on this and say, who's this guy? He's nothing. He has Versace glasses. He's probably staying with his parents. Woo, 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 woo. Cool, Cardi. Cool. And I'd be like, you're accurate. You are so right. You're so right. But once eventually I get to your level, it's going to be a problem. Not a serious problem, but in business problem. Not personally, but in business, it will be a problem once I get to that level. And you pray in God, you do not want the Versa to get on that level, because then it's going to make your career harsh. I'm just, as foes. As friends, I hope we do become allies and work together, and I promise you I will make your career even more higher. As well, I hope you'll make my career a lot higher. But I'm just saying, don't hate me because I'm rooting for you to level up, to be better. All I'm just saying, just don't let your attitude get the best of you. And that goes for anybody who's listening. Don't let your attitude get the best of you. That's it. Because these motherfuckers, the ones that are like me, oh, they're coming at your pockets. So that's what I'm saying. Be careful. Ignore them. It's like chess out here, not checkers. Jeez. Anyway, I said I was going to hold you guys up, and it's been like almost 40 minutes. So let me go ahead and wrap this show up for you guys. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Versus final word. Versus final word is real simple and real easy. Sorry. All this gas. But anyway, I just want to just let people know something is that, you know, on my end, you know, I got a lot of shit going on. You feel me? But you know what? I still keep my head up. I stay motivated. At least I try to stay motivated. And I just do what I love to do. As you see, go back to the first episode of #TheVersaShow. There was barely any of this. Really, barely any of this. Now you look at it now, it's like, wow, his production grew. And I have over 100 episodes, over 100 videos. So intake of all what I'm saying really is, I just want you guys to go out and do what you love to do, become successful as much as you can. And yes, there are naysayers and there are doubters and there are negative people that will take you down, bring you down. But you know what? That anchor is not going to stop your ship from going to that destination that you need to arrive to. If you have a vision, I have always said it, infiltrate that vision. Infiltrate. Execute that blueprint. Do what you love to do. And if they say, oh, it sucks, I don't like it, this is horrible, stop what you're doing. What you're doing is just bad work. Let them talk, because you need them haters. I love my haters as much as I love the ones who love me. From the quote that I love the most, I'd rather be hated for who I am than to be loved for who I'm not. So I embrace my haters. It's like Cat Williams said. He said, listen, I love my haters. He said, haters, if you have nothing to hate on, feel free to hate on me. You could talk about my hair. You could talk about the greatness shirt on my chest. You could talk about whatever on me. You could talk about my Versace shades if you want to. Whatever. Feel free to hate on me, because guess what? I'm still coming back the next day, then the next day, and the day after. You feel me? So my thing is, for anyone who got something that they really want to do, if it's art, if it's photography, if it's a job, if it's a business that they want to start, go ahead and just do it. Don't wait. Don't sit on it. Don't have that vision in your head. I told this person once upon a time, and he even mentioned the quote back to me. He was like, Versa, you once said that don't let the success in your head get ahead of you in the success of your reality. So, hey, don't let it. Let your reality success be ahead of your success and your vision. Let it. Because I am living proof. You can look at my photography pictures on my Instagram. I got a TikTok now, so probably will present my TikTok, but the whole method is from good or bad, it doesn't have to look like $1 million or $100,000 or $10,000 or even a $5,000. What it has to look is just professional, presentable, and production-wise. That's it. Once again, look at #TheVersaShow episode 1. It just looked like, oh my God, like what is this? A guy that's just trying to start his podcast. Now look at this episode. Seriously. And all it takes is just a build. It takes patience, and it just takes a vision, hard work, a lot of saving up, a lot of belief, faith in yourself, and then you execute. And then you get what you want. Always remember as well, too, that money is a tool. Money is a tool. So save as much money you can so you can buy your tools to success. It's okay to fail because that's how we succeed. Man, I say the most dopest stuff on #TheVersaShow, right? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for watching #TheVersaShow. And you make sure that you do these 3 things. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and you press that bell at the same time. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you so much for viewing #TheVersaShow. And, and like I said, there's sometimes I'll be off and on when, I'll be doing my shows, but I'm here. So have no fear. Grab your beer, say cheers, because the Versa has appeared. But anyway, so all you gotta do is just subscribe now to the #TheVersaShow channel. And just don't be scared. Don't be scared, all right? You have the confidence. You got the confidence. Be confident enough to press that button, and now you are subscribed to the show. You feel me what I'm saying? You know you want to be part of this show. You see the lights and everything else. You're like, listen, this guy is dope as fuck. So you see the aura, all right? You feel it. You feel me what I'm saying? So anyway, go ahead and subscribe. And listen, I got TikTok. I have no videos up there, but sooner or later I will have some videos. So you'll check me out. You know what I mean? But anyway, check me out on TikTok, and as well too, you go follow me on Instagram. It is the Versa. It's people are watching it, they're loving it. So go ahead and like it and view it and tell your friends about it, share it. I got more photography photos that I will be doing. I am now a photographer, not like a certified photographer, but I call myself a photographer. I'll let you guys be the judge of that when you see my Instagram pictures. And I think you will like it. I love them. You know what I'm saying? So I even have this person had 1 million views that was like, hey, listen, we'll promote your stuff. Just, but in consideration. So anyway, follow my Instagram, you know what I'm saying? It's right there below. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Follow it, you know what I'm saying? All of it. TikTok, my Instagram, there's #TheVersaShow, YouTube channel, subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Support, and I'll support you too. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go ahead and get you off, but you should already know what this is. It's the best podcast around, and I am the Versa. And I'll see you guys on another episode right here on #TheVersaShow. And I got to leave you with peace into the Middle East.
Vintage Productions.
What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? I thank you for watching the latest episode on #TheVersasHow. For more new episodes, you make sure that you like, subscribe, and you press that bell for more new episodes. And if you have any questions to ask, to get my intake, my answer on this show, make sure that you add me on Instagram @TheVersa. And also too, can't forget to follow too, so press that button as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for watching. Until next time, #TheVersasHow, the best podcast around.